Hello, everybody. We are at episode 36. Can't believe it's already been a year since been just a little. Oh, it's about just about a year, right on the money, since I started making these videos. 36 episodes in, year later. What have we learned? Well, so much. um, let's just say I'm not repeating the same crazy behavior. I'm definitely finally learned. I feel like I've learned a lot of lessons and seeing the truth in how everything was. Here's uh here's where we pretty much started off. I was a hot mess. I couldn't interact socially. Walked away from. I tried to walk away from my using friends. I alienated all my healthy relationships. I wasn't talking to half my family members. I was unable to leave the house most of the time. And when I did, I had bad interactions with people. I avoided talking to people in any situation. I was a loner. I didn't have any self-value, any self-worth. I hated myself. I couldn't make it a couple weeks without using. My body was clinging on to life, just barely. My mental health was extremely poor. I felt crazy all the time. I was having a numerous amount of health problems. I lacked the ability to connect with people on an intimate level, or any kind of level, really. I had a failing marriage. I was a bad parent to my fur babies. It was a lot. It was a lot of negative. 1 year later, I'm still a ways off. I'm still a long ways off from, I'd say, being recovered. But wow, what a fucking difference! Pardon my language. I don't feel like the same person at all that person was. I feel I had happy moments, and I feel that I had happy days and weeks and here and there, but it was never really. It was never really. There was never really long stretches of being happy. There wasn't really long periods of happiness. Spurts of a good day here, good day there, and that usually still um, was bad. I guess not as good compared to now. I I can't believe I made it a year, and how different life is looking back. A lot of self-reflection, I guess you would say. I would say that. Sorry, I can't get comfortable here. I would say I don't recognize the person I was. When I look back at the videos when I started, it's hard to. It floods back a lot of memories, but it's hard to look at. It's hard to look at because I'm like, it doesn't look like me, or it doesn't seem like me. If that makes sense. I feel like I feel so many different feelings right now, looking back at those moments and those words I said, and like, of course, everything I felt at the time, I believed and was very passionate about, and and I guess a lot of things are the same in the same way. One thing that I know for sure at this point, whenever I try to do the same thing in a different way, it always ends up the exact same I end up in the same cycle. I know that when I stay true to my stay connected to my higher power and the God of my understanding, and everything is great, good things happen. I know when I stay true to the program, I'm great and good things happen. I know when I try to do things I used to do in new ways, in different ways, but doing the same thing, I repeat the same cycle. I know that when I try to do sober things that I did fucked up, I repeat the same cycle. So, big learning lessons there. Don't try to do the same shit differently. It ain't work. I know that now I, even though I had to drop out of school and really work on focusing on my mental health loose ends, I guess you would say, and the grieving process really did knock me on my ass recently. I know that now I can maintain a roof over my head. I left a toxic marriage. I left toxic friends in the past. I know I'm not healthy enough to be in a relationship, and I don't need to cling on to somebody to be codependent. I know that I'm better off alone, in that sense, to be healthy. I know that I am surrounded by people that care about me, my well-being, and want me healthy. I know that I'm part of a church community that tries very hard not to be a church, because we're a bunch of oddballs, but we take care of each other deeply, and we love each other very much. And I am blessed to have those people in my life, and they are so incredibly important to me. I know that I have a close knit group of friends now that I love and cherish more than absolutely anything, that I would do anything for, that I can be myself around, that I can live my truth and not feel judged or have to put on a show or fake facades. I know that I can be my true self now without having to be fearful of what people say or think about me. I know I don't care what people think about me now, not like I did before, and I'm trying to let go of the rest of that. I know that I have repaired all the relationships I've wanted to repair since my addiction, and they're on the mend. I know that I'm happy to be back, have my family back the way I had it before, because I love them and miss them so much. I know that every day I get up I'm grateful for, because it's a true blessing to wake up again. I know that even though I miss my friends that I lost, I have to go on in their honor and be strong. I know that I came so close to death, and I didn't even care back then, but I do now, because I value my life. I value the things I have. I'm grateful for what I have. I know that if I work hard and put in the work and live the program and stay connected to my higher power, that everything is going to be great, and I'm going to be successful, and I'm going to keep my clean time going, and I'm going to be exactly in life where I should be. I know it with all my entire being and heart. I know that my energy right now is beaming and full and vibrating and attracting good positive energy out there, because that's what I'm sending out into the world. I know that every day I try my hardest to be the best person I can be. I know that I chose to live and walk away from dying, which is what addiction is. I know that I'll never let anybody hurt me the way people hurt me in the past. I know that I'm stronger today than I've ever been in the past. I know that if I fall or falter, that everybody in my life will help pick me back up and make sure I keep going, because I have that support. I know I am not alone in this. I know I'm loved and cared about. To a level I never felt ever in my life. I know I'm important to people and important in this world. I know my life matters and I have self-worth. I know I'm on a long journey that's gonna go to wonderful different places. I know I'm gonna change lives and make people days better. I know I'm not gonna be perfect when I do it. I know I'm still gonna mess up, and I'm human, and that's just gonna happen. I know I have set plans for when bad things happen, and I'm gonna be okay and make it through it. I know that I'm living my best life I ever have right now, and it's just beginning. I know that I probably don't deserve the things I have, because I've done so many. I've never always been the best person. My way of thinking was very wrong. I was very selfish. I only cared about myself. I didn't care or even see the damage and chaos I caused in everybody's life around me. But that's not today anymore. I know I can leave the past in the past, beg for forgiveness, and move on. I just try to be better, try not to repeat the same mistakes, just never give up, you know? And I know I'm on the way to my soul's purpose. And what I feel now, I can't even put into words. The amazing feeling it is to say these things in front of this camera right now that I thought I'd never be saying, that I never, ever, ever thought I would ever be saying. I'm so grateful for everybody that's working around the clock, it seems, to make sure I get through this. And I couldn't thank each and every one of them enough. They saved my life. You have no idea what it's like to be to the places I've been, see the things I've seen, live through what I lived through, and be here right now, saying these things at this moment. It seems surreal. It seems surreal. I feel like what our literature and innate says about how sometimes relapse. A relapse will set the entire groundwork for your recovery. That's what I needed to do to get here. That's what I needed to do. I didn't want it to be part of my story, only because I wanted a great, clean story. Doesn't matter how you got there. As long point as you got there. A lot of people don't get there. I'm sorry for being a crying, snotty mess. This emotion was unexpected. But this isn't tears or emotion of sadness or sorrow or pain for once. It's true happiness. Recovery is giving me true happiness. Just a year. Just a year since I walked through those doors of NA. I decided I wanted a different way of living. And I couldn't handle living like that anymore. Granted, I did a lot of work prior to walk through those doors. It took me almost a year and a half from the time I knew I wanted to walk in those doors to wean off the drugs enough to be able to get the social anxiety good enough to just walk through that damn door. And there's been slips and falls and flat out falling on the ass. But I'm here. I keep trying. I keep going back. Keep trying to get that next key tag. Trying to live my best life. And not just all I'm doing. You know, I'm doing counseling services, and I'm exhausting every single resource the world around me has, and hoping that everything is working as a whole, and it is. Not one thing is just working, because I couldn't do it with just NA or just counseling or just my own sheer will. I need all these forms of rehabilitation together as one giant machine, pushing me through, carrying me from one moment to the next. And I'm thankful for that. Nobody knows what their recovery is going to need. Nobody knows what form of rehabilitation is going to work for them. It's all trial and error. There's a learning curve. The key is to live through it. Pray and for the best, hope for the best, never give up, and keep trying. Try not to fall on your ass. That's what these videos are for. It's to minimize the trial and error, minimize the falling on your ass, minimize the stupid mistakes you think are going to work that they're not going to. That's what I'm here for, to save you from making the same mistakes I made, to save you from having to live the nightmare I lived, to save you from any pain I can save you from. I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. I know some people gone through worse. I don't know what stage of addiction everybody is watching this, but you hit rock bottom before you have to hit rock bottom before you start going back up. And when you think, and no matter what you think, that you think you hit rock bottom, trust me, there's always more bottom. There's always fucking more bottom. It could always be worse. It could always be worse. I thought I hit rock bottom like at least 20 times. Everybody in recovery says exactly the same thing. They thought they hit it, and then there was more. They thought they hit it, and then there was more. And so on and so on. So are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? I hope so. I don't know if these videos can really co- co- correspond, I guess I'm trying to say, what the message I'm trying to get across. And but it's a message of hope. It's a message of not giving up. It's a message that we do recover. You can live a nice life. You can be happy. You can get over trauma. You can. If you tell yourself you can't, you won't. If you say you want to but you don't try, you're giving up. If you say you want to but you make excuses, you're not trying. Because isn't it better to try and fail than not try at all? Of course it is. At least you can say, I died trying. I tried giving every single bit of strength I had to get over that, and I just couldn't, because that's what I said. Anything was better than living that way, and I would probably be dead right now if I kept doing it. I can guarantee you I'd be dead right now if I didn't walk away when I did. Those relapses were pretty damn bad. And that just goes to show you that, you know, if I did, I probably only survived those relapses because I had the healthy time in between them. But even then, I didn't come out of those scot-free. I have to live with consequences, health issues. I don't feel like I did. It's a darkness that doesn't go away a certain amount, but it gets easier. I haven't been clean that long from my last relapse, but I know my relapses have gotten farther and farther apart. And apart from the grief from losing Malia and Liam so close together, and then my marriage officially ending, and my dog, you know, being close, being in his last years, it was a lot all at once. But I came back, and I got up and dusted myself off yet again. But I'm ready to stay. I'm ready. I had a certain amount of ego that I had to break down. That's definitely down. I'm listening to my sponsor's advice exactly. Because I don't know shit. I still don't know shit. I know I've gotten to this point and I have a lot of good, but for that long haul, I got a long way to go and I got a lot to learn. But I know I'll get there. With everything I have now, family, friends, a support system of just so many amazing, freaking beautiful souled people that I cherish, and all these wonderful things happening. I really know everything's going to come together. And I really look forward to what the future brings. I was just living one traumatic moment to the next. 1 year ago, trying to survive one traumatic moment to the next. And here we are. Fuck. Seems like a whole person ago. So this is that message of hope. One year. Wow. So, yeah. Oh. Unexpected emotion. Life's just getting started. So, I think it's enough about that, but before I go, I do have one more great announcement. So it is my 1 year coming up at my spiritualist church, and it's a big deal. Um, for the sermon next Sunday, they're going to interview me, asking me how Trinity's changed my life. It really has. So many beautiful ways. You know, being part of a choir, being part of a community, being part of a strong circle of love, loving support. It's just been the best thing, and it's my idea. Well, not just my idea, but um, it was a group idea, I should say, and I'm really looking forward to this. I'm also doing the scripture reading, and I'm also going to be singing in the choir, so it's going to be a big day for me. And I want to continue to pass that message of hope and love and kindness and compassion to as many people as possible. And that's going to be filmed and used for promotional videos, so it's going to be great. Turns out I might just leave a great legacy after all. After all. Something to be proud of, right? Instead of just what I was before, eh? I was so scared I was gonna die a drug addict. Just I'm happy that's not the way of it. A lot of work to get here, you know. I have something to be proud of now. Thank you, everybody. Help get me here. Without you, well, you know. I'm way more emotional than I thought I was gonna be, so I think that's enough for today. Always good to have good things to say. I want all the videos to be doom and gloom. So that's it for today, and I'll check back in another week or two, and hopefully you're all doing well out there, and thanks again for watching. See, talk to you soon.